Pen away from your healer. You need your healer. Your healer is important. Regen! Yes! Ooh, get two. There we go. Yep. That move is completely overpowered. Here we go. Yep. Chin on you, arrow on you, and go. Just a tiny key. I'll open the door to silence. I love the music in this dungeon. It's so calming. What's in here? X potions. Okay. Okay, pop the regen on you. Medica! Go! Here and regen. Ah! Pop another medica. Oh, I'm barely inside of that. And there we go, that's the first boss down. Task. You need a regen. Everything else needs a holy. Another holy. My tier 2 went away. Okay, I have a regen. Yeah, go. Buttercup. Button. And there we go. Okay. Yeah, no. There we go. And you're just gonna keep running. And holy. Continue with the healing. Team at 2. Getting hurt somehow. Getting there. You're a bard. You shouldn't be new to fighting. Let's give you that candy. Well, since I've done this dungeon. You see that? We do not kill that. Leave the bunnies alone. Kill that thing though. That thing has to die. Do that over to this snowball. Big snowball. When do I attack? Okay, that was there. There we go. Yeah. Apparently that did it. Thank you. Something trying to murder me. Oh yeah, they explode. I forgot about that part. In here. this? Nothing! Well, whatever thing that I can get. Oh well. Have a holy! This is overpowered! Have another one! And this is so overpowered. Whoop! Ha! Oh. I'll bring them over to you. And then we totally on the box. Because Holy is still super overpowered. Holy! Holy over here. That move is stupid overpowered. Snowcloak. Gold. My cat's keeping me warm though, so should probably put a blanket on. Whoop. Oh dear. Yeah, of course they come after me because I'm the healer! Ah! Okay, I got us. And an extra tip you. Another extra tip you. Another extra tip you. And a finger of the apostate because that's not gross at all. Not yet. He's not doing the move. Now hide. There we go. And then why is it exposed? Ah! No! Don't drop it on me! So low. There we go. And there we go. That's that done. Player commendations.
The tales do not do you justice, warrior of light. Yes, I know who you are, and you know who I am. I was given the name Izel, but I earned the name Iceheart. This endless cycle of hatred, of bloodshed, of sorrow. You would see it continue, O noble warrior of light.
I mean, no, but we have no choice.
I would not. I will not. I will bring an end to this war between dragon and man, no matter the cost. In time, you will come to understand that what we do for the greater good. For Eorzea, for Hydaelyn.
Sure, crazy lady. That took longer than I expected. What news, Alia? So Iceheart is but a pseudonym. Not that it matters. That she has managed to escape is regrettable, but from your description of that beast, you did well to come as close as you did. In any case, now that you have cleared a path, the Temple Knights can begin to survey the tunnels in earnest. Mayhap they will even find a route past the ice wall. Wouldn't that do wonders for their fights against the heretics? The Crystal Braves would certainly share the credit for it too. 12 be praised, Arlieth. We may yet turn the situation to our advantage. Assuming we can stop Iceheart before she summons Shiva, of course. Needless to say, our fellow Scions have not been idle. Nymphilia and Urianger have been busy pursuing the archives of House Vertom, gathering what information they can on Shiva. Which reminds me, if you're intending to trudge back to Camp Dragonhead to report on the day's events, don't. The I can't words, I'm sorry. Should be here any minute. I can only assume some people enjoy subjecting themselves to this cult. Ugh. Descendant, you came to us straight from the archives of House Fortom. I trust your time there proved fruitful. Would that it had. Heriange and I scoured countless texts, but what we found was of questionable veracity. Accounts of Shiva's life and deeds are sparse and contradictory, only agreeing upon one point. She lay down with a dragon, the gravest of all sins according to the Asgardian faith. Yet in the eyes of Iceheart's followers, this was a holy act, a blessed union of man and dragon. How such a thing could even be possible is quite another question. Suffice it to say, I very much doubt that we will find a useful answer in the archives of the House Fortom. Much knowledge has been lost over the centuries, though in this case, one wonders if it is by circumstance or design. You said that Iceheart took a moment to plead her case prior to escaping, did you not? Viewed without prejudice, most would agree that bringing an end to an endless war serves for the greater good. I think Sir Emmerich might take issue with her methods. I do not care if a few stragglers manage to escape. Until the sappers confirm that tunnel is safe, the men are not to search it. Yes, Lord Commander. You pursue your foes with less zeal than I had expected, Sir Emmerich. Lest you misunderstand, I do not deny that our enemy has given us a good reason to be prudent. I merely meant, you being a man of faith, that I had expected a certain single-mindedness. After all, was it not by the will of Polone that your ancestors came to this land? Why they took up arms against the Dravanians? What would they have done in your position, I wonder? There are those who believe that faith is a renunciation of free will, that unquestioning devotion is required of all who would live a life in service to the Fury. Such righteous fervor may well serve a knight on the front line, less so a leader of men. We are all at liberty to interpret the scriptures as we will. I choose to believe that the Fury will rally the lives of her followers over the deaths of her enemies. But I would not presume to speak for the Knights of Eld. 'Twas a different time, nay, a different era, and scripture tells us only so much. Would that it told us more. That man is awfully pragmatic for a servant of the Holy See. A welcome trait at the negotiating table, to be sure. Less so when one's enemies are making ready to harness the power of a god. Mayhap he does not truly believe that Iceheart's plan can succeed. Truth to be told, I too remain somewhat skeptical. Shiva was real, a living, breathing woman. Of that there can be no doubt. In this respect, she differs from every other figure to have been summoned, each of whom was worshipped as a god. The sole exception being good King Mulgamog XII. The myth made manifest in response to the fervent supplications of the Mughals Guard. Saint Shiva may differ, but what of the heretics? They are a tribe of outcasts at war with the mighty nation, who yearn for the resurrection of the one who embodied their beliefs. If that is not placing one's faith in a higher power, then what is? Crystals and conviction, Minfilia. They have them both in abundance. Can that truly be all that is required? My survey team has concluded the preliminary analysis of the Aetheryte Iceheart used to escape. They believe that she teleported to another Aetheryte, somewhere not far to the west. Despite the apparent proximity of the second aetherite, however, they have been wholly unable to detect its presence directly. Unless Iceheart has some means to mask its signal, I can only presume she had it destroyed to prevent us from following her. Without the means to teleport as she did, we have no choice but to search for an alternate route, most likely a tunnel, assuming one exists. Let's not give up on teleportation just yet. One of our colleagues in Charlian may be able to assist us. I pray that you are right. I do not think how long it will take us to survey the entire tunnel system. While Minfilia looks into an aetherite problem, I would like to request your assistance with another matter. The 3rd unit is currently tracking the remnants of the heretic force which attacked us. However, the search goes poorly despite our numbers. Kurthis is vast, and Iceheart followers know the terrain far better than we. Their knowledge of this region may serve to hasten the process. The sooner we capture Iceheart's followers, the sooner we can press them for their leader's whereabouts. Although it is admittedly a selfish request, I feel that my braves would benefit immensely from working alongside you. While we have a share of veterans, we also have more than a few less experienced recruits, many of whom look up to you in case you are not aware. Okay then. Good, I knew you would understand. You, Hase, can appraise you of the details. When the task is complete, come and find me at the observatorium. Captain Ilbert and I are meeting there to discuss the latest developments in his investigation. The Temple Knights shall host Snowcloak in our absence. Let us leave them to their work. Ours is more pressing. Okie dokie. Bye, Minfilia! What am I getting? Unicorn! Oh. I have to talk to you first. Bye. There you are, Leah. Commander Levier has instructed me to wait for you. Your assistance is most welcome, believe me. Most of the 3rd hail from Ul'dah, and for a man accustomed to feel the sand beneath his boots, the crunch of the snow can be rather disconcerting. But to the matter at hand, nary a moment ago I received word that the heretics we seek have been spotted making for Danifin Pass. My braves are already in pursuit, and I should be grateful if you would join them. I myself shall be taking part in the hunt. Never let it be said that I do not earn my coin. Okay. No, don't teleport. Cool. And my cat is running away. Because I don't know why my cat's weird. Ugh. There we go. Jump over the rock. Honestly, you should have just been able to stomp right over that rock, but you know what? Whatever. Ah! Dude, are you okay? Those balls, my ankle is on fire. Caught my boot on a rock or something and twisted it as I fell. The others went on ahead through Danifin Pass. Hurry and you might catch up. If you aren't aware of where to go, look for tracks. The snow is fresh, so they shouldn't be hard to find. Okay, okay. Sorry. Tracks lead southward. Okay, southward we go. Scion, what are you doing here? The heretics? I'm not sure. There was a great-scaled beast and Yuhase, I think he went east on his own. The heretics split up, so we did too. No, don't look at me. Do not look at me. I would like to be. Who are you? Who are you? How embarrassing. I was so intent on following the heretics' tracks that I almost failed to notice that they had doubled back. Almost, mind you. One tried to sneak up behind me and got a knife in the gut for his troubles. I thought myself alone, so I started searching the dead man's knapsack for anything of interest. And lo and behold, before his friends found me, I came upon this. Withdraw in groups of 3 or less to the observatorium. Give the signal and wait. The merchant will be waiting. Be late and be left for dead. Speaks for itself, does it not? They can't possibly mean to rendezvous inside the place, so we must restrict our search to the surrounding areas. Let me rephrase that. You restrict your search to the wilderness around the observatorium. I will need more than a moment's rest to recover from these wounds. Whoa. Wow. I am through with listening to your excuses. We leave now. How? The woods are crawling with those bluecoats, and the knights are searching every wagon that passes through the gates. Hello. Well, I'll stay with her then if you think of her any better. Now, there's no need for that. There are places like this in my homeland, sacred snow-capped peaks where blood must not be shed. Yet your lands ever thirst for the blood of the fallen, and by your deeds it has drunk deep. No, I have done no wrong! None but meat in secret with heretics. Deny it all you will. We shall have the truth from you yet. Inquisitors are not the only ones skilled in the art of interrogation. Damn it all. Fancy meeting you here, Elias. I presume your work with the Third brought you hither? What a tangled web. Least you wonder we came not for the heretics, but for the merchant who has been conspiring with them. He came to our attention during the course of our investigation into the Ivy. It begged us relief, I know, but it seems our favorite Garlean spy may have been providing assistance to Iceheart. Were not for the efforts of Lady Yugiria and her shinobi, we might never have discovered this connection. Master Alphino is too kind. I fear my people and I have done little to aid your search for the spy. We long to strike back against the Empire and weaken their influence in this land, to prevent the tragedy which befell Doma from reoccurring. The days ahead in the work they promise will require a very particular set of skills to which I am fortunate enough to possess. If you will allow it, I would accompany you until the investigation is complete. That is a most generous offer, Lady Gearing, and one which I gladly accept. Thank you. Though I may disappear for a time, Know that I shall never be far, and shall always be watching. A comforting thought. Come, Arlieth, let us wait inside for Captain Ilbert to return and deliver his report. Go around this way. Just go around this way. Oh my god, it's so quiet. Oh, there's the music. Oh, there's Alphino. Captain Ilbert seemed confident that the merchant's resolve would swiftly crumble when pressed. If so, we should have new information ere long. As to whether it will bring us any closer to learning the Ivy's identity, I would rather not say. Given our adversary's cunning, I shall consider us fortunate if we are spared another wild dodo chase. The gods know we have more than enough to occupy our time as it is. Hello. Captain Ilbert, your report, if you will. Aye, Commander. Firstly, with regard to the heretic we captured, I regret to say that the man could tell us naught that we did not already know of Shiva. We have since handed him over to the Ishgardian authorities. Henceforth, the Holy See will pursue the matter independently. Our inquiries concerning the Ivy, however, have proven more fruitful. We have ascertained the channel by which the heretics acquired their information on the shipment routes. Go on. You'll recall the flame we first identified as being the Ivy's employ. From him we were able to trace a trail of conspirators, each taking us closer to his master. Alas, the trail came to an abrupt end. Fearing the investigation had been compromised, we took the necessary step of detaining all suspected a conspiracy. There are 5 on our list, including a flame stationed at Revenant's Toll. Donat's primary duty was to keep an inventory of donations from abroad, the particulars of which he would share with benefactors, thereby ensuring that needs did not go unfulfilled. By virtue of his role, he was privy to the details of all shipments bound for the settlement. Needless to say, that included those originating from House Forton. He knew of the precise route the caravan would take, and he sold that information to a merchant. I think I can guess which one. None other. With a little encouragement, he soon confessed to knowingly aiding and abetting the heretics. Well, that is one mystery solved at least. But what of the Ivy? Are we any closer to prizing off his mask? I dare say we are, Commander. Our relentless pursuit has forced him to commit a grave error. In a desperate bid to cover his tracks, the Ivy resorted to exercising certain administrative powers available only to high-ranking members of the Immortal Flames. If you consider that our investigation is known to barely a handful of them, the field of suspects is greatly narrowed. You mean to say the agent is among Raubon's innermost circle? Someone who has been with him since the Immortal Flames' establishment? 'Tis the most plausible explanation. The infiltration likely occurred during the company's founding, and with the groundwork for the act being laid beforehand. To slip into a position of authority unmarked and remain above all suspicion all these years. I too was surprised, though I really should not have been. Of the 3 grand companies, Oldaz was ever more vulnerable to infiltration. Both Limsa Laminta and Gridania had long-standing armed forces that lent themselves well to the formation of the Maelstrom and the Order of the Twin Adder. To all intents and purposes, it was the same people, loyal ones, mind, under the same leadership. Only the banner was different. Not so the Flames. Oldal's military is made up of desperate orders, most of which was glorified mercenary companies that answered only to their own paymasters. Hardly an ideal environment in which to establish something as high-minded as a grand company. The difficulties Raubon faced when founding the Immortal Flames are well known. Even now that he convinced his fellow syndicate members to share the cost, there remains the small matter of finding enough bodies to fill the ranks. Indeed, and given the pressing nature of the Imperial threat, that meant recruiting every passing sellsword. Amidst the chaos of its founding, it would have been child's play to infiltrate the company. A good deal easier than now, aye. The immortal flames have ever been caught between conflicting interests, the public and the private. Will the monetarists ultimately agree to support the organization's founding? Because not out of charity that they did so, but simple self-preservation. Had non-round Darkness's ambitions been any less apocalyptic, you may be sure that they would never have risked supplying Raubon with an army. 'Tis but a wonder that they did not attempt to extinguish the flames the moment the danger had passed. Returning to the present. Even as we speak, our Dolmen allies are shadowing several high-ranking flames, any one of whom could be the Ivy. Desiring to deal a blow against the Empire, the refugees were eager to lend us their aid. I expect to hear from them ere long. Very good. Pray continue with your investigation with the first. Meanwhile, have the second attend to the unrest. The third can join the fourth in inspecting crystal shipments. If they notice anything unusual, I want to know about it. If Shiva is summoned in like manner to the other primals, the heretics will be looking for further supplies. Understood, Commander. I shall send word to Sir Emmerich informing him of our success in identifying the heretics at Betches. Hopefully, the information will be of some use to the Ishgardians. It is time, Commander. Yes, I am aware. An emergency council of the Alliance leadership has been called. There have been developments in Garlemald, it would seem. As commander of the Crystal Braves, my presence has been requested. I would have you accompany me, Arlia. As a realm's stoutest champion, 'tis only meet that you be present for the discussion. Oh, and the Antecedent has already given her consent, lest you worry. Okie dokie. Like me, you're doubtless eager to conclude our business with Iceheart, but until another path to her sanctum is found, she will remain beyond our reach. Nymphilion and the Archons are sparing no effort to secure an alternate route. Till such time as they succeed, I suggest we give some thought to the realm's other problems. I shall go on ahead to Gridania in readiness for the coming council. Meet me in Navika's altar, and we shall make our way to the Lotus Stand together. And with that, I will end the episode here. Later!